Hello there everybody, and welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. I am King Mac, your hamburger pal. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Also be sure to grab some hot buttery popcorn while you're at it as you enjoy this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
Hello people! General Tony here at your service again. Welcome back to more TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube. And we are continuing my Iron Man franchise review, episode 258, part 2 of 11 parts. Once again, by the company 3DO and more. Looking at the Iron Man franchise on the consoles and stuff. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Freaking HD, Sub-Zero MX King Mac, Love Set Hyperlamnia, Brick Girls Go Stateside, Griffin Puff, Megs, Blackclear along with Homie RJ, Rockstar Pool 69, Uncle Jira, the sensational gent, and more and more and more, and Red Hood Assassin, I forgot to mention there as well, and more and more and more. And we have a lot to talk about here for part 2 of my Iron Man franchise review, part 2 of 11 parts, episode 258. Before we can even get started here, don't miss what happened in the last part, episode 258, part 1 of 11. Here's a TTBurger recap, Iron Man style, to show y'all what you missed. I took a look at Iron Man 3D, which is the remake of the original Iron Man for the PlayStation, for the PC I mean, and I gave it a 4 out of 10 because it was very clunky, very overly difficult. Problems with the controls, the vehicles, in fact it just felt so boring, it could put people to sleep. I don't definitely recommend it to only people who want to play some Iron Man and how it starts like that, but the rest of you, just keep away. But now we're gonna go ahead to the year 2000, back in the month of April and May. This first came out for the PlayStation and for the PC, and take a look at my opinion, the follow-up of Iron Man 3D, starring Private Green. We have it right here. This is Iron Man World War. First released on the PlayStation, April 3rd, 2000. Then the PC, May 2nd, 2000. Both versions are different. The PlayStation version is a third-person shooter. The PC version is a real-time strategy. Look at the PlayStation version, the only version I have. Let's get started here. Iron Man World War is basically the same song and dances as the last time. Third-person shooter that feels the same, for the most part with some minor changes that occur in submissions and new character and such. For the most part, this is pretty much Iron Man 3D with a new coat of paint. In other words, this is another bad game with very little improvements, but it basically feels like an expansion of Iron Man 3D. Let's continue. Story of Iron Man World War. Started you as Private Green, or whatever you want to call yourself. You can choose the name. I'm calling Private Green because that's the canon name I believe. It's hard to say when this takes place considering the events of Iron Man 3D. Some say it's a sequel, some say it's a prequel. Me consider it a sequel. I just do that, that's why. But anyway, Evil Tanar is sweeping through the great nation, almost completely taking it over. And now you are Private Green, you must do what Sarge did in Iron Man 3D. Same as before, the story is somewhat weaker because Private Green does not talk at all. It's the any dialogue like so beyond the intro. And yeah, it is just that. So yeah, same as before, just slightly different setting and characters. Presentation of Iron Man World War. Once again, ugly looking graphics. This again came out in 2000. Weird games like Spiral 3, Year of the Dragon, CTR Crash Team Racing, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Dino Crisis, Bloody Roar 2, Parasite Eve 2, they were released that year, and they look miles better than this army shitload garbage. Look at this, ugly character models. The anime made slightly better, but not much, sure. Look more like human toys instead of cardboard cutouts with guns. They still look like weighted, it just looks awful. The backgrounds look a little more colorful, but still everything just looks fat and fugly in my opinion. The enemy cutscene looks okay, and the draw distance is good. And the explosions and frame rate are decent once again, but it still looks horrendous, like it was done in 5 minutes on Microsoft Paint. Still not much to say about the sound. Not much voice acting. Less voice acting this time. And the narrator in the Green Plus News is the opening cutscene. He sounds okay. The music is army music and it fits really well here. The guns sound okay, so I guess the sound is okay. Iron Man World War's gameplay is a big mess once again, with just small minor improvements. In fact, even the minor improvements, this game feels worse than last time actually. All the problems from last time are here, plus some more. Controlling Private Green feels very stiff, like a combination of a cement truck and a tank once again. You can roll and crawl this time, but you cannot strafe at all, once again making you pretty much vulnerable to enemies and stuff. This is a problem because the enemies are tougher than last time, and you will die a lot once again because the Tan Army has a lot of training because they have perfect X-ray can spot you easily. You have the auto dual aim is a little bit better, but you can't tell if you're aiming or not because of the crosshair and everything like that. And top it off once again, no checkpoints. Do your starting at the beginning of each level once again, even if you're very close, you'll get gunned down. This game was so boring like last time. Not much chance that you have some variety in the missions, like mission 4, you're stealthing your way to free some green soldiers that were captured before you get spotted, and if you get spotted, the whole base will be on you, and if they die, then boom, mission failed for you. Some missions have vehicles once again, but they are different this time in a bad way. For starters, you have jeeps, boats, and stuff, but you cannot pilot them. You can only mount the turrets while another soldier does the driving. It just makes it so boring, and you're pretty much vulnerable because the way the turret is, it's awful. You can barely hit anything for the most part. When you do, it's too late and you'll lose health on your vehicle. And you'll either die or lose lots of health because of it. There are not that many power-ups this time in terms of health, but for some reason, so you need to be very careful no matter what. Using the other weapons you find is not that much better because the auto-aim does not work the best. You waste ammo because it aims too low or too high and you'll hit nothing. Sometimes the hit texture is so bad you'll feel like you're hitting the ground when you're not. This is a problem when enemies are behind you simply because they can turn around very quickly, costing you the mission, and you'll be dead in 0.5 seconds. There's no reason for this game to be this bad. I mean, it's like what YouTube user Working Man Games said, these were rush shots to be a quick cash in because they all play the same, they feel the same, they're explicitly clear as Armored Warfare had 4 sequels released in a short amount of time span, which we'll be looking at those in the next review. That is it, then we're ending this review. Just wow, this was awful and boring. Just do not waste your money. But if you have to be one of those people who want more Iron Man action, then enjoy this torture. Then you'll be begging for my forgiveness when you do. But don't enjoy it. I mean, Dealer Iron Man 3 had more appeal than this, and that game was already bad, and this done and poorly made. This was even worse, more poorly done. So final thoughts here: Iron Man World War. You thought the Iron Man 3D was bad? This is worse in many ways, and taking a slightly lower rating here. I give Iron Man World War not a 4 out of 10, not a 3.5 out of 10, but a 3 out of 10 because of the problems I have with it. And this game should not even be even looked at and stuff. Even the PC version, which is a strategy game, it isn't even that interesting either. Let's come from a guy who does not like strategy games. Just take it from me. And that's it for episode 258, part 2 of 11. Stay tuned for part 3. We're going to take a look at the sequel to Iron Man World War. Iron Man World War Land, Sea, and Air. PlayStation exclusive. How is it fair? We already had 2 bad games. How to pull this one fair? You have to find out next, which all I gotta say. It's Tony, peace out. Have a good day and see you on my review of Iron Man World War Land, Sea, and Air. Take care, everybody.
Get the party started, yeah, get the party started, yeah, so let me get up on it, yeah, bitch, you got me fucked up, I don't know what's up, pour that shit in my